Hey guys, happy Friday. I hope this week was a good one. I mean, we had some really beautiful days. Hopefully, you guys got outside a little bit and I don't know, figure out a way to stay busy and put a smile on your face. All right, well, today's Friday, so it's review day. You got a break on your challenge questions. You only had two challenge questions today. Let's check out our assignment for today. I had a couple people tell me that um, they struggled with the conversion of the weight, and I'm assuming they're not talking about the metric system, and I get that. I'm going to show you a different way to convert the weight. I just don't want to confuse you. Okay, so let's check this out. Let's see, where can I throw myself? Right there, perfect. All right. So the first thing that we're going to rock is the metric system. So remember, these blue boxes are just made up problems that are very similar to the problems that you're working with. All right. So we're working with liters and kiloliters. And that first question, this is the metric system. So King, Henry, Guy. We're working with liters, so our base is liters. Everything has a liter to it. By drinking chocolate milk. The first one, we're going from liters to kiloliters. We're going left, 1, 2, 3. So that means the decimal is going to go left, 1, 2, 3. And it turned out to be 0.025. See, it was 25, and the decimal moves left, 1, 2, 3. And that makes sense because a liter is like something that you drink pop out of, and then a kiloliter or kiloliter is something more like that you would measure a pool with. Okay, so it's a lot larger, so it makes sense that it's way less than one when it's only 25 pop bottles. Okay. Now let's look at grams. So we have kilograms, and we're going to go all the way over 2 grams. So instead of everything having a liter to it, the base is grams, which is measuring weight. So we're going from kilograms to grams. So we're going to go right, 1, 2, 3. So the decimal moves right 3 times, or it gets multiplied by 1,000 because that's the same thing, right? 3.5 times 1,000 is 3,500. And then meters to millimeters. You don't have to do this. Now we're measuring distance, and since we're measuring distance, everything gets a meter attached to it. Remember, a big mistake is everyone wants to go to that meter. Don't do that. We're going from this meter, because it's the base, to millimeters, which are teeny tiny. So we're going to go right 3. Oh man, that's going to make this very large. So 15 million, right? Decimal moves right 3, or gets multiplied by 1,000. All right, so this customary system is always the system that you guys struggle with, and you guys meaning fifth graders in general, not just because you guys are learning from home. Okay, so we're done with the metric system. Okay, so I'll see you one minute. All right, you know what? You want to be there? That's fine. All right, now I have to draw on the computer, which is difficult. So we're going from pints to quarts, cups to gallons, pounds to ounces. So this is the one people struggled with down here. I think people probably struggle with these two as well, except for maybe you guys remember this wonderful story about the city of Gallon. It's a huge G. And then there's 4, oh man, queens. And then each queen has a prince and a princess. And each prince and princess have two cats, I guess we called it, which the cats are cups. All right, so if you remember how to draw this, it's really going to help you out with all these questions. So the first question is, 8 pints is equal to how many quarts? 8 pints is equal to how many quarts? Why did I forget my cups here? So remember, a quart is this big cube. A pint is inside of it. So every quart has 2 pints. So I like to actually write that here. Every quart has 2 pints. So the relationship is 1 to 2. So we want to keep that relationship alive. So this must be 4. Okay? Because if there's 4 quarts, you multiply that by 2 to get 8 pints. Back to our wonderful drawing here. What about cups in gallons? What's the relationship? Well, the big G is 1 gallon, and all these tiny little C's are the cups. So there's 4. Each queen has 4 cats in their family or cups, right? So 4, 8, 16. So that relationship is there's 16 cups per 1 gallon. Holy guacamole. So now we have to figure out how many 16s are in 256. And that'll give us the answer. Okay? Ay, señorita. Let's just go to new. There we go. Yeah, masterpiece. No, we're good. All right. So 256, 256 divided by 16. How many 16s go into 25? 1. What's left over? 9. And then you bring down that 6. Okay? Let's guess here. Let's guess 6. Because 5 times 16 is 80. So you'd think 1 more, right? So 16 times 6 is, we have 36 here. Ooh, that's a nasty 3. 6, 7, 8, 9. 96, right on the old money, so it's 16. So that answers 16. Oops. And then pounds and ounces. Pounds and ounces. All right, so this is what I was gonna show you. So I used to tell students, look at it like equivalent fractions. Since we work so much on equivalent fractions, you can use that for your advantage here. So what is the relationship with pounds and ounces? Well, we know, and it doesn't matter which you write on top, we know 1, oh my gosh, that's a 1. We know 1 pound, call it a LBS, 1 pound, or 16, is equal to 16 ounces. Okay? 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. Well, what do we know? We know we have 3.5 pounds. So we know we have 3.5 pounds. We have to find this missing piece right here. Well, how do you do that? Well, we don't just have 1 pound. We have 3.5 of them. So we have 3.5. So it's just like equivalent fractions. Whatever you did on top, and this relationship is times 3.5. Oh my gosh, looks like a clock or something. You just have to do the same thing under the bottom. So I'm going to get out of that. 3.5 times 16 will tell us the answer. Okay? So how do you do that? Well, 3.5, let's turn it into an improper fraction. That's 7/2. And then you're going to multiply that by 16, which is 16 over 1. So 7 times 16 is 70 plus 42, right? Because 70 is 7 times 10, and 7 times 6 is 42, which is equal to 112. And then 1 times 2 is 2. And what's half of 112? 56. So that means that answer is 6. Cool. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. The other ones aren't as time consuming. I try to keep these under 10 minutes so you guys actually watch them. How many people are exercising? Well, the key says an X is one person. And if there's not a key, you can assume that it's one person. So we have how many people? Well, how many X's? 3 didn't exercise at all. 1, 2, 3, 6 exercise for a quarter of an hour. 4 for half an hour. 5 for 3/4 of an hour, and 2 for 1 hour. So let's add all those bad boys up. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 20. Oops. How many people exercise for less than 3/4? Can I count the X's on 3/4? No. So less than. We have 4. We have 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Now, to make sure I didn't get it wrong, there's 4, 5, 6, 7. Is 7 plus 13, 20? Yes. Done there. Last but not least, we have perimeter and area of a figure. Okay. Well, perimeter, is that the one you add or multiply? Okay, we add. Because remember, it's just how much material do you need to build whatever it is. So you have 10 4/5 on top, but we don't have anything on the bottom. We have 2 on the left, but we don't have anything on the right. Oh yeah, that's correct. These are equal to each other, so we know this is 2 over here. These are equal to each other, so we know that is 10 4/5. So, how do we want to do this? Wish I could just write on a whiteboard. Wouldn't that be nice? 10 4/5 plus 10 4/5 is equal to 20 8/10. No, you don't add denominators. 2 plus 2 equals 4. Now we just have to add those bad boys together. 20 plus 8, or 20 and 8/5. 8/5 is bigger than 1 whole, so we can give that to the 20. So that's 21 and what's left? 3/5 plus 4. Answer is 25 and 3/5 meters. So that's 25 and 3/5 meters. It's not square because it's one dimension. It's just one long measurement. Even though you do it a couple different times, it's a one-dimensional measurement. Now, area is 10 4/5 times 2, which is the same thing as what we've already done, 10 4/5 plus 10 4/5, right? Which is 20 and 8/5. Which we already said 20 and 8/5 is the same thing as 21 and 3/5. Now this is meters, and it's meters squared. Why is it squared? Because it's 2 dimensions, which means there's like a bunch of little 2-dimensional boxes there. Alrighty? Perfect. Wonderful. We're done. Let's check the time. And we'll do that later. I'm hoping I stayed within 10 minutes. It'll be close. All right. What starts with a P and ends with an E and has more than 10 letters in it? More than 20. More than 1 million. Post office. All right. This is these are your problems today. Just like the ones I did. See how well you understand it. I mean, you worked on this all week. You would have worked on this for probably two, maybe 3 weeks if we were in school. So how'd you do? Did you master it? All right, I gotta stop talking and check the answers after you're done. All righty.